Hello everyone, Joanne with stampinginthevalley.com. Welcome to my craft room. I'm sorry I have been away from the camera. It was not my plan. I had 11 days off and I had a ton of things in here to do with you guys, but I became extremely sick and I'm on the mend, but it's a little rough. So I have asthma, so I don't breathe really well when I get sick. And I'm a little shaky today. I'm on a steroid, so just trying to get on here and get with you guys before this catalog launches. So, and then I want to explain to you, this is a card that we're going to make today, and this technique back here is so easy and so much fun. We're going to do that on camera. But let's talk about celebration first. What celebration is when you order $50 in product or $100 in product now in this celebration catalog. There's certain things that you can pick from. With $50, you can pick one item. Every $50, you can pick a free item. But there is some framelits in there, and it has to do with this amazing right here, that if you order $100 in product, then you can get that. So, I've never seen that done before, but I thought that was pretty cool because it's a really nice set of framelits. So that's the deal with this. And here's the launch date, January 3rd to March 31st. So please do not order from me until this catalog launches, guys, because I want you to get the most bang for your buck, okay? I will have the 2 free card kits. I'll work on them probably maybe tonight. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. But I wanted to try to get on here and do a little something today, really, to see how I'm doing here. But remember, don't order from me until January 3rd, because I want you to be able to get free items, plus my 2 free card kits. Because if you order $50 in product, you know you're going to get my 2 free card kits because you only have to order $25. So that's awesome. So you'll get a free item plus my 2 free card kits. Then remember, I have the paper share going on. Okay, this is all the papers that are in this new occasions catalog. It would cost you about $100 to order every one. I also got you guys the Bubbles and Fizz, and that's the free paper from the celebration. So if you order a paper share, don't pick that in here. You're going to get some 6x6 of it, unless you want the 12x12. But this is the paper share. Watch the video at the end. It will explain everything to you. And let me just say, it's $23 plus $7 for shipping. That's a total of $30. I will send you a PayPal invoice. Now, let's get back to this card. Being sick, I was laying in bed and I was watching many videos. So I came across the Pampered Stamper, and she has some great techniques. And I got this beautiful technique back here from her. So I want to go ahead and make this card with you guys. This has to do with an embossing folder and ink. And there's no masking. Don't start, we're not fussy cutting anything, guys. You know I don't like to fussy cut. So we don't fussy cut anything. We actually stamp on the embossing folder. So I used the Lovely as a Tree, just as she did. I'm so glad they've not ever gotten rid of this, because I love it. I worry every time there's a new catalog that one's going to go. Then I used the I'm Lucky to Have a Friend Like You from the Charming Cafe. And this comes from the Occasions catalog. This is a beautiful set, guys. If you love, I love to color. So coloring these, just so much fun. And this comes with some framelits. So that'll be a lot of fun. But we'll be back in a minute. And we're going to go ahead and start to put this card together. Okay, let's go over a few things first. We're starting with a card base of Night of Navy, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. It will open like this, portrait style. Then our layer is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is just plain regular Whisper White. Okay. Then I made the little embellishment on the side. Of course, I used my stitched framelits, the circle, and the circle, the layering circle Makes a nice little makes a nice little embellishment right there. And I use that saying from the Charming Cafe. I already put my dimensionals on the back, so we'll set that aside. Now, let's talk about this embossing folder. You want to ink up the embossing folder when you put it down, okay? Open it up, the bottom here, and this right here says Sizzix, right there on the side, right next to this. Stampin' Up on one side, Sizzix on the other, okay? That is the side that you want to apply your ink. So I open mine like this. I take some sponges, and I'm going to use first my Early Espresso, then we're going to use Night of Navy and Tranquil Tide. So I take my Early Espresso, I'm really going to ink this up, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to color all over my embossing folder, just like this. And remember, I told you I love this because there's no masking to it. Now, she was really good with it, and she used the stamp pad to do this, but I am a little heavy-handed with that. So it was better for me to use a sponge, so I had a little bit more control over the color, because you don't want this to be, Early Espresso is very dark, but you don't want it to be that dark. You want to get in all these little grooves that are in here, okay? And it will just kind of, the sponge will get it right in there, just like that. Excuse me, guys, I'm so sorry. Then I want to take my Night of Navy, and I'm going to go over where I want a little blue. Now this, you don't want to rub this second layer. You want to dab it, because if you rub it, you're going to blend blue and brown, and you don't want to do that. So I just sponged where I wanted the Night of Navy, more up top, almost like it's sky. But the brown will still show through, so I'm just going to kind of go in like that, okay? Just like that. Now, here comes the really, really fun part, guys. You get your stamp, well, where'd I put it? Here. You get your Lovely as a Tree. I use this tree just like she did. I use Tranquil Tide. I like that green color. It's almost like a blue-green. Reminds me of pine trees. Make sure you're inked up really well, okay? See in here where these are the flat areas, not the tree bark, the flat areas. You want to stamp more in that vicinity with the trees. And you can move the trees up and down wherever you'd like. And remember, right here on this embossing folder, let me stop. Right here on this embossing folder, okay, the trees stop before the bottom. So when you put the paper in, you don't want the paper to go to the crease like we normally do. You want it to come up a little bit so that you don't have that gap. She was very explicit on that, and I appreciated that tip. So right here, and I'm going to come right over here. I'm going to stamp. Beautiful. So much fun. Stamp. And I'm going to give it one more. I'm going to come down a little bit more here. I know this is kind of in the bark, but that's okay. It'll look like it's behind the trees, okay? Nice. Now, you take your 5 1/4 by 4 sheet of Whisper White, and you just lay it in here. Now, I've been trying to do this and not shake, but I'm sorry, I'm just a little shaky. So I want to come here. I want to stay within my ink zone there. Let's see. Try to capture the best we can. Okay. Let me fold that over. Good deal. Now I'm going to take it to the Big Shot. I'll be right back. So when I took it out of the Big Shot, I didn't like that I had space here. This tree should have been right here. So I took it off of the card, so we'll just forget about that. And then, and now I did it all over again, and I stamped my trees. I put this one up a little higher and down just to give it a little bit of depth like in the woods. So I'm going to bring my card base in. Let me get some snail on this. I had attached it and everything and was doing the video, and I looked, I was like, nope, I don't like it. Let's take it apart. So I did. So move the card base back in, and we're going to put this right there. And nobody knows anything went on, right? I took my little embellishment off, right here it is, and I'm going to place it right here. And I like that a lot better. I like that you can really see this tree and this and the top of that one. So here are my 2 cards for today, or my card for today. I hope you like this technique of using your ink on your embossing folders. And remember, you could just run your embossing folder. You can run your stamps through the water too. They just wash off. The ink washes off while it's still wet, of course. So I hope you enjoyed these cards. Please, guys, go to stampinginthevalley.com on January 3rd and order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Products. Thanks again for watching. Have a great crafting day.